Greetings, Retro Lover. It is Ethan, aka the Ghost Mall, coming to you yet again from my home studio here. I hope this video finds you doing really great. And in this video, I wanted to kind of do two things. The first is to give you all a bit of an update about the channel and the Ghost Mall's music and what I've been doing behind the scenes for the last little while, and some of the exciting things I have coming out soon. And the second thing that I want to do today is actually something that I hope will become a feature of the channel, which is that I'm extremely passionate about everybody who is in this amazing scene making retro-inspired music today. And I kind of lurk on places like SoundCloud and discover new music in that vein all the time. And so what I wanted to do is share with you a couple of the songs and artists who I've been listening to a lot lately. And maybe if you all enjoy this, it might be something that I'll do on a every couple weeks or something. All right. So having said that, about what I'm doing right now and what you can look forward to in the near future, I actually have been unable to make the progress I wanted to on the Ghost Mall's music for about a month now. As you can see, I'm in my home studio here, but it's actually a new home studio. It looks a lot like the previous home studio, and that's because my family actually moved into a new place across the street from our old place. And so it has the same layout, floor plan as our old place, which means it's convenient because I put everything back in the studio as it was before, but I'm still assembling everything and kind of getting my feet back under me and getting all my gear set up. You can see my old Roland XP80 music workstation is still in the bag behind me, and so that is something that's still work in progress. So all of that means that I'm really starting to get back to making music and also videos for the YouTube channel for the Ghost Mall. On the music front, I'm actually working on not one, but two new EPs that I'm really excited to hopefully share with you soon. As it works out, it's kind of looking like those are both going to be finished around the same time, like maybe around late May or into June sometime. And so I'm not sure I'm going to release them at the same time, but they're both on the way. The first is a mid 80s sort of synth pop slash 80s teen movie soundtrack EP, which is kind of the core of what I like to write for the Ghost Mall, is that mid 80s kind of sound. And that EP is called In Rewind. And I just can't wait to share it with you all because I've had the honor to work with some awesome retro wave producers and some incredible vocalists on those songs. They're mostly vocal track songs that I've written. And so definitely keep your eye open for that soon. Again, it's called In Rewind. And the second EP that I'm working on is quite different. The only thing being similar is that I would still put it under the umbrella of retro wave, but it's sort of more early 90s Sega Genesis soundtrack inspired instrumental tunes. It's called Mega Jack, and it's a combination of sort of the sound of the Sega Genesis sound chip and early 90s styles of music like New Jack Swing and house and things like that. And so that's going to be a 6-song EP. In Rewind is a 5-song EP, and they both should be out soon. But if you ever really listen to some of those soundtracks like Streets of Rage or Sonic the Hedgehog, apart from playing the games because you dug the music, then hopefully Mega Jack is something you'll like. And if you look back on the music of folks like Naked Eyes or Hall & Oates, Madonna, Michael Jackson, Human League with a lot of fondness, Aha, then In Rewind hopefully will be something you'll dig. And as far as the YouTube channel goes, first I wanted to say I have been really thrilled to see that even though I've kind of been absent for a few weeks, a whole bunch of new people have subscribed to the channel. So if you're new here, thank you so much. I really am so glad that you found something that you found useful or interesting on my channel. And I really hope that I can bring you more of that in the near future. So a few videos that I've got in the works are, a while ago, I did the first in hopefully a new series of episodes on retrowave instruments called Retrowave Tools. I did an episode on the Korg Poly 6 synthesizer, and I have another one in the works almost finished about the EMU Emulator 2 and the EMU Drumulator drum machine. So if you dug the Poly 6 one, keep your eyes open for that. I also have a video I'm working on about my favorite retro drum machines, and sort of their sounds and personalities, as well as some more production breakdowns. A while back, I did a retrowave music production breakdown of a song I'm working on called Say You Will. And I'm going to be doing some more videos like one on my horror soundtrack, 80s horror soundtrack inspired tune, Shattered Mirrors, and a few others. So if there's anything else that you would like to see me do to share about, behind the scenes, how I make the Ghost Malls music, more about retro music production, songwriting, any of those topics that you'd like me to cover, please just leave me a comment and I'd be more than happy to try to fulfill that request. Okay, I think that's about it as far as bringing you up to date on what I'm doing with the Ghost Malls music and this YouTube channel. Again, I'm so excited you're here. And something else that I hope will be of value to you, I'm glad you stuck around this long because, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I've got a few songs from new artists, or maybe they're not new artists, but they might be new to you, in the retro-influenced scene and subgenres that I've been really enjoying lately, and I thought I'd share with you. So I've got 3 songs from 3 different artists that I think you should check out, and let's listen to them each, and I'll kind of give you some thoughts about why I think they're amazing. All right, so here they are. The first song I wanted to share with you is called Res Disc, and it's by an amazing composer named Layla Wilson, who also goes by Woofle. Layla's musical output is absolutely insane in terms of the volume and the quality that's on the SoundCloud here. As you can see, 552 tracks, and every single one that I've listened to is incredible. Layla's musical range is pretty wide. There's a lot of different styles on here, and as you can see in the description, Layla's composed for video games and stuff, but the most recent release from Layla is this new album. It just came out this week called Night Bridge, and it's described here on Bandcamp as an 80s styled album inspired by city pop, synthwave, pop, new jack swing, and more. So obviously, what more could you ask for, right? Layla's an extremely gifted composer, and so here is a jam of Layla's called Res Disc. Let's take a listen to it, and I hope you dig it, and I'll kind of say some of the things I think are incredible about it. Here goes. You gotta love that synth brass. One of the things I love about Layla's music is the way that it combines a lot of funky elements in the percussion and these amazing bass lines with more atmospheric kind of sounds. Isn't that a great melody? That beautiful sort of chimey melody on the top. Sounds like it could be from a Yamaha DX or something. And just an amazing bass line with so many nuances, little fills and flourishes and stuff. As I said, one of the things I love about Layla's tunes are these really cool percussion patterns. There's such a great sense of melody, and the synergy between that brass and the counterpoint of the bass line is just awesome. Oh yeah, this bridge is one of my favorite parts. There's that sort of high faux guitar, or it could be an actual electric guitar, but it has that 80s sound nailed. All right, so there you have it. The first tune I wanted to share with you, Res Disc by Layla Wilson, aka Woofle. Really hope you dug that. I've been absolutely vibing to so many of Layla's tunes recently. And like I mentioned, that is from the new album, Nightbridge, which I just picked up this week. Every track on here is awesome and super retro. And there are even a couple examples of absolutely spot on New Jack Swing, which is a genre I've been experimenting with a lot lately. So if you enjoyed that and enjoyed those styles or subgenres of retro music, definitely check out Layla's profile on SoundCloud and grab the album. It's definitely worth it. Okay, so the next song that I wanted to share with you is by a guy whose music I've been following for a couple of years now, and I absolutely respect to no end. This is Jeremy Smith, also known as Symphonic Games. And the kind of stuff that he tends to do, as you see, it says FM funk, is really extraordinarily funky and extremely sophisticated in terms of the chords and the stuff that he uses. Instrumental tunes that are kind of evocative of, as I was mentioning earlier, sort of a Sega Genesis style, because the Sega Genesis sound chip was an FM sound chip. But what Symphonic Games, what Jeremy does is he takes that to a completely other level in terms of the sonics of it and the composition and some stuff that I can't believe how funky he gets. So this is a tune called Feel Something, and it's on his SoundCloud page right now. If you dig this and want to hear more, I highly recommend picking up his older EP called Cosmic Wave Radio. It's absolutely stellar. No pun intended. I have had this on my on repeat for, like I said, a couple of years now since I discovered Jeremy's music. But let's check out Feel Something and you'll get a sense for the funky FM style that he has here. This guy's gift for melody is absolutely incredible. Anyone who knows me and my style knows that I love syncopation and sort of a syncopation of staccato elements, and boy, does Jeremy nail it. You know, one of my favorite keyboard players, composers, and just overall retro geniuses of all time is Michael McDonald. And there's something about Symphonic Games, something about Jeremy's tunes that evoke Michael McDonald's keyboard playing to me. He switches it up with a little new theme here. Just when you thought it couldn't get any cooler, and it does. This is such a sick breakdown. Taking that funky syncopation to the next level. So sick. As you can see, it's obvious why I have mad respect for this guy, who really is taking a very specific subgenre of retro music and stamping it with his own unique style. It's awesome. All right, that was Feel Something, Face Me from Jeremy Smith, aka Symphonic Games, on his SoundCloud page. Such an incredibly talented artist, composer. Like I said, definitely check out his SoundCloud. I feel like he kind of rebooted his SoundCloud recently, so go over and show him some love and give him a follow. And if you want to hear more just like that, this Cosmic Wave Radio EP, Cosmic Wave Radio FM, is one of my favorite EPs from like the last, 5 years. So definitely check it out, and I hope you dug that. As you can tell, I'm kind of on a bit of a funky theme right now. I love all manner of different retro music and different styles and stuff, but lately I've been really jamming out to funky kinds of stuff. I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder and some of that era of stuff, late 70s, early 80s funk, as well as late 80s, early 90s New Jack Swing and stuff. And so the artists who are kind of digging into that right now are people who I'm really listening to, and nobody matches that set of criteria better maybe than this guy, Midas Hutch. He already has, I think, 2 EPs out. Maybe it's just one, but just every song that he drops is amazing. Sort of, I would characterize it as late 80s, early 90s inspired funky R&B style music with vocals. So this is just actually a teaser of Midas Hutch's newest track, I'll Go There, featuring Mad. Great vocals, great composition, and awesome retro style. So let's check this out. That bass is just retro as it gets. Almost sounds like a Korg Poly 6, but with a little modern edge.
You sink oceans into the night, but it means nothing without me. You and I is like fireflies.
Such a talented vocalist on this track. Getting some R&B, 90s R&B, maybe Janet Jackson vibes, for sure. How about that hook, huh? Not just great retro sounds, but awesome songwriting and production overall from everything that Midas Hutch does. So that was just a teaser of that track. I think that there's a full version with the video on YouTube, but that song's available for streaming. I looked on Bandcamp. I didn't see it there, but I've been streaming it off of Google Play, I think. So definitely give Midas Hutch a follow, somebody who's absolutely blown up in the retro styled scene, and deservedly so. All right. Well, you guys, I definitely hope that this has been interesting to you. And it's just really a joy always to hear, get down to, and share new retro-inspired music. So if this is a feature that you're interested in me repeating, I'd be happy to share, couple, 3 songs with you that I've been really digging every once in a while. And I really can't thank you enough for subscribing to the channel here, for sticking around. Everything I discussed, I'll have links to in the description, to the songs and artists I featured, as well as to the playlist of Mega Jack EP that I'm working on. I have 3 of 6 songs up on SoundCloud now, so if that's something you'd like to hear more of, I'll put a link in the description there. Like I said, you can look forward to 2 EPs coming soon, and definitely more videos on the channel, behind the scenes looks and retrowave music production breakdowns and stuff. And anything else you'd like to see, please leave me a comment. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you again really soon. Stay retro, guys. Bye.